Okay, so terms of service. Before I go on and read certain things, just advise be respectful from people that does different things, and as well as AFK and leechers. They're being victimized, and the people that are reporting are potentially disrupting the game. You'll see what I mean. But here is the one of the examples. Shut down on online service. Termination of account. But you could read it yourself. I just read the front page of that. It says Sega may terminating or suspend someone's account if they have the right, but also they don't have a right. They could do it immediately without evidence or proof, without notice as well. That's showing a red flag that how will you trust a company if they don't notify you? So let's put this in perspective of you're driving or you're walking in public and a cop just came up towards you. Let me see your identification. What for? I don't need to notify you if you committed a crime or not. That's what says in the law. They have to have articulate evidence to prove that you committed something. Or you could say, okay, here's my identification and here's my name and whatever they ask you of you. Nowadays, some of cops, I'm not gonna say all of them because some cops I went past by, they are cool, they're good guys, but there are, some bad eggs out there. That's cops, not just cops in general, serves the community. Like companies, for example, we're playing their product, but they have to serve terms of service of how they could communicate with the players. I can understand in certain points due to global world, bringing in JP as well, because we're global community. Each and every country has a different terms of service or different agreement, different laws, different rules. Understand that. So maybe that's why they have to make it vague, but also you have to make it clear for other people can understand you. Pick, like I'm doing, nitpick, put it in my favor, because I could do all those rules and terms of service. It does benefit me and other players, but also it doesn't benefit me, so I don't take it seriously. Companies or for themselves that they could could fight against you, because that's pretty much they're laying out the rules, and if you disobey getting out of terms of service, they have the right of way to give you the boot. Before they could do that, they need evidence and proof to do anything further than that, because and then that's when lawyers comes in. You could sue. Code of conduct for the following and explain of prohibit activities that Sega may take district measures against, such as a ban, also account suspension or termination and deletion, which is true, but also if the players don't feel that is fair due to whatever circumstances, you could just make another, I'll call it dummy account. Because what hackers, glitchers, cheesers, cheaters, so on and so forth that has the same mentality, they make dummy accounts or different primary accounts that takes a whole that you cannot find the original account, because once it's like networking, you have one main computer and then you switch to a dummy computer, and then you might have a main account on that end, but if someone's trying to hack it, it just stops on a certain point. And then there's another one, that chain loop goes on and on forever. So far, no one won't be able to crack that. Well, companies, hackers can, or they need to find a paper trail. VPN follows in that certain algorithm, but yeah, that's going, furthermore in detail. Explain examples of prohibited bad behavior to others. They should just set threatening to other players and Sega's employees, etc. So threatening involves harassing and stalking, engaging in conduct, communications that in Sega's... Okay, so obscene means disgusting. Okay, so like maybe sexually or something like that. But let's see, what else? Harmful, vulgar, hateful, abuse, intimidating, violent, encouraging of violence, including self-harm, sexual, false claiming against other players for misconduct or violence of the code of conduct. Okay, so pretty much this involves not like other people, like 95% probably don't do this. 10% or 5% involves certain things like harassing, stalking, threatening, engaging in conduct of communication that's in so on and so forth, harmful, vulgar, and all the above. NGS community, and as well as official websites of NGS and PSO2. Like an example, Discord, Facebook, so on and so forth, involves in harassing, stalking, threatening, vulgar, sexual, etc. Violence, encouraging violence, self-harm, etc. So what I experience in Discord and official NGS, they're including their workers, okay? So the people that's representing NGS, PSO2, the mods, or I call them admins from the official sites, that they go through this list as well. They're not squeaky clean admins or good admins. There were probably, like, out of all the admins in the official Discord, probably 2 or 3 that are nice and decent. Rest of them is just, they follow all that category. You cannot misclaim it or try to defend that, because they involve themselves with the community. So what they do would they show to others, they're going to do the same. So, you know, the apple doesn't fall off from the tree. Great example. So, supposedly they are examples for behavior. They're not. They're not helping the community, and the community as well. They are being toxic whatsoever. So, I'm not saying everyone in the community. I just say it in general just to fill out the blanks. Okay? I'm not poking on people or, putting my finger on someone, say, he's the one or she's the one. No, it's just in general, everyone is to blame. To be fair and equal. If you're not those type of person, I'm not really talking to you on that, because you're probably doing a better job than me, or the admins and the people that made NGS and Sega and their employees, so on and so forth. Because it also states, before I go any further, this includes players that reports on, AFK and leechers. Here's the thing, why I think it's unnecessary and it's quite dumb what people are doing just because, I just see someone AFK like I'm right now, and I'm gonna report this thing. Why are you going a hassle? They're probably doing something and they were there first. And here's the other thing. We are in a world zone. There's 32 spaces, and as of now, there are 7 people. Why would I get out of my way and report that person? If you don't like it, if you don't like that person, that thing is staying there doing nothing, while you're there, just mind your own business, do something else. Collect your shit or fight a monster. And you're still around him, of course he's gonna leech off of you, because he's probably have something important to do, or using the restroom, regardless how many times you see him around doing that. He's probably busy. He's probably going on and on playing, doing whatever his thing, and then, oh shit, I have to do something else, or I need to help someone. It could be whatever it's happening. I'm not saying that there are bots. I'm not saying there's companies out there gathering part of the share. They're getting less anyways, and regardless whatever they get, you should just do your own thing. But if you don't really like it, you could just go to these devices, fast travel, and go to a different block if you're so intimidated by an AFK or if they're leeching on you. Just block and move on your day. Why report? There's no evidence whatsoever. You don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's standing there leeching, or he's AFK. Okay, here's another perspective. Let's say I'm AFK. You cannot see what I'm doing. You're the other side of the screen and you're watching my video. How would you report me and you're around me? Where's the proof that I am AFK or if I'm leeching? You don't know what I'm doing. Like, as of now, I'm making a video. There are 4 players around the same area as I am. If they report me, they don't have proof or evidence. I'm doing nothing. So I could actually fight it and report them because they are misinterpret or they just want to start something, like maybe a fight, or I don't know what's their deal. I don't know you, you don't know me. So why would I go to communication, find nearby, and search for you? Because what if the person that's AFK, he has that, and once you come across and he's recording, you come across and it pinpoints your name. They have legal rights to say, okay, I'm going to report that person because he's probably doing something to me. And I got notification that I got reported, and now my account has risk to be banned or terminated by Sega. But I have the proof to fight it, and Sega can see you went around his area. Now the Sega can ban you for reporting that person or terminate you because you're misleading, putting false accusation, like it says here, and bad behavior to others, false claim against other players of misconduct or violence. So see, I could put this against another player that is trying to report me or other players. So if a player is AFK or you're so-called calling them leechers, if you're nearby them, they can weaponize and use this against you if you report them. So anybody that's AFK, I recommend just record and see who's around you, because you have the right to record and know the names of others. So if somehow your account got banned or got deleted by Sega, they could give your account back if you have evidence and proof. So people that just see person standing there like me or in that thing there, I have the right to report that reporter that's reporting me and this thing. So if I'm able to catch someone nearby me, say, could see you're putting false claims, false information, and this follows the against the code of conduct of bad behavior. So reporters that is reporting others, I can say it again, that is bad behavior to other players. Impersonating any other player's person or identity, including Sega's employees, that's kind of a stupid thing, because like character customization, you can create whoever you want. If you like, let's say you like my character, you have the right to recreate my character, and if I see you around, like, oh, that's a flattering, you know, it's like, wow, cool. But here's the catch. If you're trying to copy start from the beginning how they started the game and how they ended the game, having the same weapons, the same weapon level, same augments, so on and so forth. You know, copying, paste everything, right? Even their battle power and the level of weapons and money, Meseta and SG, AC, and as well as Genesis points. And then that would start pinpointing a red flag because you're trying to give them the copy and you're trying to receive their account ID and everything, so you could dox. That's another way of doxing someone. If you're able to get hold of their account and from their account, their email account, and stealing their information, that's doxing. But if you're just, creating my character, how it looks because you like how it looks, but then you're tweaking it later to make it look more appeal to you, right? Because you don't know how to, let's say you're the type of person don't have that much imagination, but you want to create something so bad, but you're like, okay, this is my character. You like how it looks, and so you copy and paste the character, but you want to tweak it a little bit here and there, which you can, and you made your own different type of persona using the different type of hair, different clothes, or maybe color of skin. You just like how the character look from, the facial expression, the eyes, and the height, and that is up to the person because you could use that and like Destiny, you have the same warlock, you have the same titan and hunter, just the face is slightly little different, but people pretty much, it's the same thing. That's how I see it. But people see it as personating as well as harassing or stalking. That doesn't really go. You need more evidence and proof if they are. Like real life. If they're stalking you in real life, that's different. Sega cannot do anything about that, but you can call police. Like, authentically, otherwise objectionable, misspelling. Oh, you may not use misspelling or an alternative spelling to what? This reaction on name codes. Oh, hold on. Name codes may modify any account username. No, it doesn't involve violating Sega. For how you name your ID, from PC, from console, they cannot do anything about your ID whatsoever. They could just, I'm giving them the bird there. Player ID. You trying to restrict how people say certain things. Why not restrict? Let's see, here's the other thing. This game is very ecchi. People do sexual things behind the scenes. So if they want to reinforce that, they have to reinforce their game. Because as of now, it was PG-17 or PG-18. Now I see it as this game rated M for mature, or AV for adults entertainment, something like that, something with the A. That pretty much is you have to be an adult to play this game. That's how I see it. Uh, Adult maturity, AM. That's how I see the rating should be, because there is a lot of ecchi and sexual things. A person that's 17 should not be playing this game. 18, 'cause I see them as kids. 18 down shouldn't be playing this game because they're still developing their mind. Maybe 18 is fine because they already know a lot of things from high school. So 17 down should not be playing PSO2 games. But, you know, that's my opinion. Maybe it's not the best opinion from how people see this. Let's see, what else? Publicly posting, identifying information about violence. That's like on Sega. See, trademark, copyright. No, that still doesn't apply to normal my viewers or players. That involves if someone's like modding or making mods for this game. Spamming email, messages, or chat, otherwise disrupting the flow of conversation with unreasonable repeated postings. That shouldn't matter. I'm guessing that matters more on JP's side. And why should that bother you? Because if I could recall, Terra and Bliss Unleash, you have a chat log like NGS. A lot of people don't use it, but there are some people does use it in hold on, in the public chat. Who cares if it disrupts? Does it affect you? Does it hurt you in any way? No, because like I said before, you're in the opposite side of the screen. You cannot prove anything. You don't have any evidence. The only thing is you're probably talking to random people. And you're probably talking to a friend. And then there's another chain in public chat. Another person is talking. And so, you know, there is several conversations from different people. So are you disrupting their flow of conversation? No. Only if people can't articulate and understand the flow, what's going on, and the chaos of a log chat. Because log chat is complete chaos. Disrupting the flow, it can happen. Because I did it in Bliss Unleashed. I said something random or something stupid, and the flow chat just completely stopped. And then it started up again. Then it's like, this is awkward. Well, let's la la la. They start trying to, you know, have that conversation again. But, you know, have I got reported or, you know, no. Due to everybody has their own needs and desire, or just trying to make friends, or trying to get into that conversation. It's kind of like Discord, private chat. I mean chat, the public chat in this game. It's pretty much, think of it as Discord when people is in the general lobby or general chat group. Everybody's putting their opinions, their ideas, talking to different people. It's, you could see that chat log is just complete chaos. People just putting memes and posts here and there, messages or links. It's very disruptive. But here can be the same thing, just that people downside it, and you cannot have a peace of mind that you want to chat with someone and some reason someone is too sensitive, like this generation is too sensitive of whatever you say, because back then you say something, what, you want to square up or just shut up, and you know, that type of thing. And you know, you have that little argument here and there back and forth till that someone, you know, backs off, or you punk them, and once you punk that person, they're like, oh shit, I don't want no beef, I'm out, you know. And yeah, like that person said, GG. Same idea. Why would you report or frown upon on something that isn't toxic? People can be toxic. Anybody can be toxic, regardless if you're male or female. If you're an employee of NGS or Sega themselves, or you're just a regular player, anybody can be toxic. There's no toxic gender. It's just depending on you. So that's on that. Let's see what else I can. Standing directed on top a key NPC standing per time, performing blockage, forming a blockage at a passage or chance of other behavior that unreasonable interfere with no prevents the activity of other players. Oh, unreasonable interferes with or prevents the activity of other players. Okay, let's see. Obstructing the game progress for others, such as intentionally standing directly on top of a key NPC for an extended period of time, forming a blockage at a passage or entrance, or other obstructed behavior that unreasonable to interfere with other prevents the activity of other players. So let's say it's kind of stupid what they're saying, because I don't see that happening in this game. Because let's say here, this green box, I'm blocking your passage from coming this side to here. There is no way that I'll be able to block your passage, because the whole world is a passage doorway to the other area. So I could go here, I could go here, anywhere to get around you and get what I need. I haven't seen no disruptive or key points. Or like, for an example, let's say I stand here and disrupting the flow of the monster respawning. There is no way, as of yet, of NGS have that type of barrier or that flow that this part of this rock here or this plant, let's say, that I can block the flow of that AI or NPC for going to one direction to another. It's not in the case. Like Destiny, for example. Destiny, you have a way to disrupt certain things to create a loot cave or a monster for not spawning for a period of time. So once you kill that certain key monster, and then you just stay there as the other player go from point A where you are to point B that side, for you could create a chain to start farming, making a loot tree, loot cave, or going to the next stage of a raid, we could say, because you can do this in raid too, and dungeons. So I don't see that happening in NGS, but it's kind of, I understand why they put it there, but I don't see it happening. If someone can point that out, if it has happened, I could admit probably the beginning of the game that happened, because there was a key point that monster respawn and you could stop the flow or stop that monster from respawning, to you could get other things, and it's kind of like a loot cave, or you're farming a certain monster for that monster can pop up, and they fix that. So a character cannot disrupt it anymore. So that terms of service should, that part should get out of here, because it doesn't exist at this moment of time. Or maybe in future content they might put something like that. I don't know. So that rule will probably be valid. As this point, 2024, not really. Account, is playing on another person's account or otherwise engaging in activity extending to boost or manipulate an account status or rank. Again, NGS, Sega cannot do nothing about it, because what if my friend plays, or my neighbors, so on and so forth, play it, and they need help ranking up? I could actually go to their account without them knowing that's me, and I could just increase their ranks. I could manipulate, let's see, and boost them, level them up faster if I know how to do that, give them money, everything that they need. Sega don't have no clue. They cannot prove that it's not them. Or if I borrowed their account, logged my account off and played on my device, there is no way to prove it. So that's pretty much a debunk. If they find a way to prove it, they don't have evidence that it was another person that playing it, because there is no camera facing me facing me and knowing it's me that playing for my friend. What if my friend came to my house and he wants to use his account on my device, regardless if it's console or PC or whatever devices that you play, like Steam Deck, for an example. They cannot tell, or they cannot tell you that you cannot do that. They could insist, but in actual reality, they cannot do that because you're just helping a friend out, or you're just having fun and playing in their own household, and you want to use your account on their devices. Even so that you're helping them, they don't have evidence or proof that it's not them. So that is a stupid ToS. Let's see, hosting, providing or developing matchmaking or other service for the products without Sega's pretty much permission or authorization. There are people doing that. Content creators doing that. Sega themselves, NGS, viewers and players have done this. So technically, Sega cannot do nothing about it because they do that as well. So what they do, we do it. Maybe we do it better. Who knows? But people do host or providing or developing matchmaking. We've seen that all the time. There's video proof as well. I'm not gonna rat on other people. I'm just saying that it's been done. So Sega cannot talk shit because they do it too. So I'm backing other people that have done it. Sega cannot do nothing about it because they have to look at themselves first. Using micro auto looting bots, bot players, or any other behavior that allows you or any character you are controlling to automatically function or affect any action in the game with or without your presence. That's talking about scammers, scalpers, companies, etc. Because there is more in etc. Just I don't want to name it because I am probably gonna get in trouble. And if you guys know, you guys probably will get harassed if you know more. But that's why keeping it simple, and due to that, that's on Sega because they're not fixing key components of their game, like player market or personal shop, for an example. That's one big mishap, because people could increase and decrease prices like no other, and they're using that system to make it unfair for a lot of people, not just free to play players, but also premium players and whales and people that want to dip their toes in a little bit, get them a little wet. It's on Sega because they let that behavior keep going. Like I said, Discord is toxic. Any other official Sega and NGS official sites, it's pretty toxic. It's because of Sega letting that happen. Sexual content. Sega's letting that happen. So people shouldn't get in trouble because Sega letting that happen. So again, if someone's trying to stop leeching or AFK, people that has 85, everyone that's 85 right now capped, but they have more battle power, like myself, and higher than what I have, they are leeching from the same players as them, equal to them battle power, or players that has higher battle power. So like I'm good, like content creators, for example, because I'm a content creator. We are leeching from others while we're playing LTQ, Urgent Quest, Dual Quest, so on and so forth. We're leeching from others. AFK, they don't have no choice but to leech. They're doing their own thing. They have to pause and wait. Regardless, someone says it only takes you 3 seconds to log off or go to the safe zone, Content City or Alio, Central Alio. Depending what you're doing, if you need to take care of a baby or an elder or helping your parents out, you have to take the dog out. I don't really care if it takes me 3 seconds. I have to get out of my way and do my thing first before thinking of people around me in the game. Because game is second to nothing. Okay? So I value my real life, the outer world. So if I have to go something emergency, someone got shot or a family member got sick or an accident happened, I'm going to drop what I'm doing and go. I'm not going to say, oh, wait. It takes me 3 seconds to turn off or log off my game, console, or PC, whatever it is. And for your benefactor, for you won't feel insecure or you don't feel that I'm not disrespecting you or I'm considering for your USA, your environment, your chief, or I don't disrupt you. I'll log off. Hold on for a moment. The person that thinks like that, they're being inconsiderate of those players. That is AFK or so-called leechers. Everyone leech in this game. 100%. The community, Sega themselves, NGS, whatever, everyone leeches from the beginning of the game, from the ending of the game. From new players that's coming back, players that have been here, that's a pro or veteran, content creators, or viewers, or general players. Everyone leech. So if you're trying to, point fingers and report them, why not just report yourself? If you're that type of, have that mindset mentality. Because you don't know the situation of the person that's just standing here, minding their own business, and then, or they were doing something, some activity, and then they have to drop what they're doing and run off, regardless how long they are not touching the character. So if it's like on console, if the console is is unactive, if they have it programmed like that, if it's unactive, it's gonna go sleep mode if it's on console. And also, if they don't, they took that program away, or they take that feature off, because you could take that feature off, turn it off, then they'll stay there for a while. So it's, if you don't like it, if disrupting your chi or your flow, just go to the fast travel devices and go to another block. It only takes you 3 seconds to go to the fast travel devices, and takes you less chances to take you less than 3 minutes to go to another block. Ooh, what's wrong with you not disrupting their flow and their time? Because people just want to play the game and forget about the reality, and or they have a hard time at work, they just want to blow off some steam. Why you're not doing the same? If they're disrupting the flow, just bounce and go somewhere else. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What you're saying for AFK and leechers, apply it to yourself before you apply it to others. And if you do, kudos to you. And don't start pointing fingers and trying to block people and block, because you have the right to. Of course, you have the right. But you have to be a person first before thinking about yourself. Think of others. Go to their shoes. What if? You have to ask that question. What if something happened to them? Are you friends with them? One thing. If not, then stop assuming, making an ass out of yourself. And just, like, I'm not going to report this. I'm just going to, go on my day and go somewhere else. If I don't like it, it takes me 3 seconds to change the block. And if you keep seeing them, just block them and just go move in a different block. Or better yet, make a private block and invite your friends in that block. I believe that's what people can do. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, because people could make a private block. Yeah. So there you go. That takes all your worries that if there's leechers. Make a private block that you put a code in, and you're hosting it, so you should be aware who's coming in and who's coming out. And if you don't like that person, boot them, kick them out of that block. That is your private block. You have the right to kick that person if Sega allows you to do that. It's an idea. So I'm not being either side. I'm trying to stay neutral, trying to think outside of the box, and finding a solution. What if? The what, where, and why, and how. And you have to ask yourself and find out questions, find out different answers. Because here's another state of mind, an example. If you're at school, everybody's not the same. Everybody's different, correct? Okay. So with that mentality, a teacher, if you're teaching someone, like let's say a math equation, 4 plus 4, writing on a chalkboard or a marker, a white board, you have to find different methods, different ways to explain the math equation, 4 plus 4, because there are people are visual learners, people that are hearing learners, and by sight, by touch, because there are different people that has different issues, different problems, and depending on their background as well. Like for me, for an instance, I have dyslexia. I sometimes have a hard time reading due to the words doesn't come out the way I want it to see it as. Because it could be like the turns into a. Two, I might not see two. It just that, or let's say weather. WHERE. I might like right now, I'm not sure, I'm probably mispronouncing it or how to use it. Like far, what kind of far is it? Like FAIR or FAR? I might not see the I or the E, and I misspelled it. Instead of like FAIR, I might put a E or flip it to make fear, and then I keep reading it and I see it as far. Once I see it and people are saying that's far, not fear, you're spelling it as fear, or you're reading it as fear. I'm like, no, I keep existing telling you that is far, but until I snapped out of it, and then you're like, oh shit, wait a minute. They're like, just slowly read it, calm down, and look at it right. How does it say it? How do you see it? And, oh, okay, I understand. I spelled fear instead of far. Another thing that people might like, okay, they could understand that type of person, right? I'm just putting that for an example. Let's see, someone's near me, but I cannot see. They're far away. That's a thing. That why, people have different disabilities and so on and so forth. Name, you see, they probably ported me and blocked me. Why would you get close to my surrounding and do something like that? They don't know what I'm doing. You guys saw. Someone just came right there. I don't know where they are. So that's an example. Why would you come and not face me directly? Went out of your way to get close to me. Why not just, move on your way and do your own thing? See, that's the toxic people. They like see someone not moving and staying still for long. Oh, I'm gonna get close enough to report. Why not just mind your own business? I'm not leeching from anybody. I went on purpose up here to talk and to chat with you guys. Why would that person out of the blue just come towards my space where I am, and I'm video recording and I'm having a conversation with you guys and seeing what you guys want to say?